saying. So yeah, it actually has been a really long time, but yeah. Oh, hey guys, what's up? What's up? Okay, cool. So, hi again, thanks for joining us. I am and Bible quiz. Okay, so here we are. So for those that don't know how this works, we have 30 minutes. I have 10 questions, 5 from the Old Testament and 5 from the New Testament. I'm asking you guys really nicely as I ask the questions. Please, please, please do not write the answers in the comments. Okay, write the answers on a piece of paper. And then once we have asked all of the questions, give me a sec. There we go. Once we have asked all of the questions, then we will go through the answers. Okay, cool bananas. Right, so my book is back, as you can see. Here it is. What is it? Okay, cool. So get a piece of paper, write 1 to 5 and 1 to 5. The answers. So I tried my best to not make this a hard one. Okay, let's say that. I tried my best to not make this a hard one. So I hope you appreciate all of my efforts because, you know, it's for all of the efforts. Let me just make sure. Okay. Cool. Are we ready? Are we ready, you guys? Oh, hang on. I think there's a glitch on Instagram. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. So question 1. So we'll start in the Old Testament. Okay. Question 1. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I want to know, what is the 10th commandment? What is the 10th commandment? What is the 10th commandment? Question number 2. Question number 2. The Bible tells us that Joshua died at the age of 110. Okay, I want to know which book in the Bible tells us this. Obviously, we're talking about Old Testament, right? So which book in the Old Testament tells us that Joshua died? Or in which book do we find out that he died? Excuse me. Okay. Question number 3. Okay, question number 3. There are 4 main characters in the story of Esther. Okay, so there are 4 main characters. I would like to know, so there's Esther, there's Mordecai, and then there's 2 others. Can you name just one? Name one of the 2 for me. 4 characters. There's Esther, Mordecai. Mordecai's her uncle. We had that in like a previous season somewhere. And then there's 2 others. And I want to know their names. And writing king is not an answer. I want to know what was his name. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay. Question number 4. Okay, so, you know, Israelites come out of the promised land in the wilderness. They don't believe God can take them in. God's like, fine, you suffer. They spend 40 years in the wilderness. Then Moses and that generation dies, and Joshua and Caleb are the only ones that are, you know, still alive, and it's time for them to enter the promised land. So Joshua sends spies into the promised land again, right? To go and check it out. And they run into a prostitute, and they actually stay at her house. I mean, the king sends word and he gets all touchy and stuff. But I want to know, what is the name of the lady that they stayed at? The lady of the night. Okay. What was the name of the prostitute that the spies stayed at? Do you guys like my sweater? Northwestern. When I was in Chicago, a really good family friend's son attends Northwestern, and I was freezing. So I inherited the piggy. Okay, so Joshua sent 10 spies into the promised land to check it out, and a prostitute kept them. What was her name? What was her name? Okay, and question number 5 for the Old Testament. Question number 5, I want to know. There are quite a few minor prophets, okay, towards the end of the Old Testament. But only 2 of them have a name that has 4 letters in it. Okay, I want to know one of their names. So name a minor prophet whose name only has 4 letters or 4 characters, however you want to call it. Okay, but name a minor prophet who only had, oh, hi, Auntie Liz, what's up? Sure, I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, hey, Tish. Oh, hi. Oh, you guys, it's so good to see you. I feel like we haven't done this in a while, but it's only been like a couple of months. My mom was like, it's been like a year. I was like, no, it hasn't. Just calm down. Okay, so name a minor prophet whose name only has 4 letters. Okay, just like to be sure, because I don't want to get anything. So like, what do we say? Like Nkateko, Nkateko, that's 7 letters. Okay, so I want a minor prophet who has 7 letters in their name. Who has 4 letters in their name. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, sharp. Shall we see? Let's go and see. How did we do? So question number 1, what is the 10th commandment? The 10th commandment is you shall not covet. Okay, you shall not covet. That answer is found in Exodus 20, verse 17. Okay, question number 2. The Bible tells us that Joshua died at the age of 110. Which book in the Old Testament tells us this? So there are 2. And if you wrote any of these 2 answers, I will give you the mark. The first one is the book of Joshua. Okay. Second one is the book of Judges. So the book of Judges also mentions that Joshua died. And it mentions at the age of 110, actually. Yeah. We're doing the book of Judges now in a church, guys. I mean, I really love the book of Judges. Hey, it is like legit for me. People catch feelings, but I love the book. Okay, anyway. So question number 3. There are 4 main characters in the book of in the story of Esther, and I wanted to know, can you name another one? So I gave you Esther and I gave you Mordecai. Okay, the other 2. So your answer is either Haman, Haman, Haman. Okay, or it is Ahasuerus or Xerxes. So the king that Esther married, he, oh my word, I just did that. Help me. Help me. Anyway, so the king that Esther married, he was King Xerxes. Okay, Xerxes is spelled Xerxes. Okay, or is Ahasuerus. There we go. Okay, and that is in the book of Esther. Okay, you can just kind of read through the story. Haman is the guy that wanted to kill Mordecai, and then Xerxes was the king. Okay, question number 4. Joshua sent spies into the promised land. What is the name of the lady that took them in? Her name was Rahab. Rahab was the name of the lady that took in the spies. Okay, and that is in Joshua, the 2nd chapter. And last question for the Old Testament. I want to know, what is the name of a minor prophet who only has 4 characters in their name, and there are only 2? Okay, so your answer was either Amos or Joel. The prophet Amos or the prophet Joel. Those are the 2 that we find in the minor prophets. Okay, cool. So add up your score out of 5. Let me know how you did as we move on to the New Testament. My tea's even getting cold, you guys. Oh, that is good. Okay, cool. Are we ready? So, Okay. Oh, guys, you didn't do too badly. I mean, some of you are not passing at all. Not at all, guys. I mean, we started a Bible reading plan today, right? Just in case you need some assistance. We started today, so you can still catch up. We're we're doing the New Testament in 40 days. At like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock this morning, my mom was like, "Did you really do reading?" I was like, "I literally have the whole day to read, like the whole day." Anyway, so that's beside the point. Okay, New Testament. Okay, hopefully this will bring up the what do we call it? The class average. Yes, let's say that. Hopefully this will bring up the class average. Okay, so question number 1 in the New Testament. You guys are not, you're not okay. Okay, question number 1. Name a biblical character in the New Testament whose name starts with an L. The letter L. Legion is not a name, okay? This guy's name was not Legion. Well, I mean, yeah. No, Legion is not a name. Okay, so name a biblical character whose name starts with an L from the New Testament. Okay, question number 2. Oh, yes. Oh, I like this question. Okay, question number 2. So this lady, she bursts into this dinner party. She breaks an alabaster jar on Jesus's feet. Her hair, her tears, that's all emotional. People are like, "Oh, this lady's wasting money." So that whole story, we know that story, right? We sing songs about that story. My question for you is, what was the name of the area where that took place? Okay, so what was the name of the place? Like, it can be Capitol Park, or it can be Queenswood, or it can be do you guys see this? Different decorations, yeah. I'm in a traveling mood nowadays, from different area codes. Okay, so what was the name of the place where Jesus was anointed by the woman with the alabaster jar? What was the name of the place or the area? Okay, question number 3. Okay, question number 3. In the prodigal son. Okay, so in the story of the prodigal son, okay, the kid's like, "Give me my inheritance," and then he runs away, and then he's like, "I'm eating with pigs, let me go home," and then he goes home. And then the Bible tells us while he was still a long way off, the father saw him and ran towards the kid. Okay, I want to know, what was the first thing that the dad did to the kid when he saw the kid? What was the first thing? The first, guys. I know that there's other stuff, but I want the first. What was the first thing that this guy did to the son when he saw him? So I watched Frozen 2 again the other day. And there's this part like when they're up in the forest, and they're like, "Oh, what happened?" And then Olaf retells the story of Frozen 1, and it's so funny. I kind of forgot about it, but then I remembered obviously when I watched it. So maybe that's why I'm being just a little bit dramatic about these stories. Okay. Yeah. Where am I? I need to see where I am, guys. I'm lost. Oh, prodigal son. Yes. What's the first thing the dad does when he gets to him? Okay, question number 4. Question number 4. Okay, so there is a lady called Lydia, and she's from Thyatira, right, in the book of Acts. She's from Thyatira in Asia Minor. Okay, so she's from Asia. Paul and Silas, as they're going, speaking, spreading the gospel or whatever, she's one of the people they talk to. And this lady, the Bible tells us that she sold cloth, right? I want to know, what color was the cloth that she sold? What color was the cloth that Lydia sold? In the book of Acts, Lydia from the book of Acts. The gospel, just like It's not trivia. It's like an interesting fact. The gospel got to Asia because of Lydia. I'm just saying. Yo. Okay. So what was the color of the cloth that Lydia sold? And question number 5. Okay, question number 5. In the New Testament, so it's the last question for the night. Guys, we're doing good on time, but it's also because you people are not disturbing me with your many questions. Okay, question number 5. The book of Jude is written by a guy named Jude. Okay, and in its opening sentence, it tells us that he had a brother. I want to know, what was the name of the brother? What was the name of Jude's brother? I mean, I had to put in a question that like is a bit challenging, right? I had to just. Okay, so what was the name of Jude's brother? Are we ready? Yes, we're ready, because I know that one. You either know or you don't know. I can tell you though that let's give you a hint. Okay, so Jude's brother, his name starts with the same letter as Jude's name. It is a common name in the Bible. Yeah, that's enough. Those are all the hints that you're going to get from me. Okay, so it starts with the same letter, and it is a common name for a guy in the Bible. Jude's brother's name. Okay, question number 1. Let's go for it. Name a biblical character whose name starts with an L. Okay, so you need to give me your options so that I can see if it's right or wrong. But the ones that I know is Lazarus. Okay, Lazarus, come forth. I really think that guy must have smelled so bad, like when he came out. When they like rolled that stone around, oh guys, I think it smelled so bad. Anyway, okay, so to get back to the answer, Lazarus, or you could have written Luke, okay, the guy who wrote Luke and the book of Acts. Or you could have written Lydia, who I spoke about later. Okay, Lydia, she was also, she's also in New Testament. If there are any others, please just jot them out for me. Let me see to see if we get, if we get any answers that I don't know. So the interesting fact again, there's actually a place in, I think it's in Asia Minor, that's called Lydia. So it's really weird because like some commentaries will tell you that no, well the Bible, like if you read Acts, right, it says a lady whose name was Lydia, but some people say they called her Lydia because she came from the area Lydia, which is in Asia Minor. So it was just like, oh, let's name her Asia. It's almost like Luke was saying, oh, I don't know what her real name is, but because she came from Lydia, let's call her that. You know how like Mary Magdalene was from Magdala, not actually that her name was Magdalene, but she was just known as the Mary from Magdala, so they called her Mary Magdalene. Yeah. Let me just check. Okay, so there are no other else. Sharp. I assume you guys got Lazarus or Luke. Cool. Question number 2. When Mary broke the alabaster jar on Jesus' feet, preparing him for burial, what was the name of the place that they were at? Guys, it happened in the town of Bethany. Okay, it happened in the town of Bethany. Yeah. I said, yeah, this was the question I said I like this question. So like it's, I don't know, it's touch and go for me because I follow Jesus' image, right? And like those guys, they love the story of Bethany, of Jesus at Bethany. Their school of worship is actually called House of Bethany. So yeah, if you're worshiping there and you're looking for a place in Orlando, Florida, check out Jesus' image. Okay. Where are we? Oh, you guys, I haven't been giving you scripture. Okay, Bethany, that story is in Matthew 26. Okay, that story is in Matthew 26. Lazarus is in the Gospels, Luke is the Gospel of Luke, and Lydia is in Acts. Okay. Question number 3. In the prodigal son, The dad sees the son and runs to him. What's the first thing that he does, guys? The Bible tells us the father ran and embraced him. Okay, so some translations say embraced him, some translations say hugged him. Yeah, but the very, very first thing he did was to hug his kid. Okay, that story is in Luke 15. That story is in Luke 15. Okay. Luke 15 verse 20 tells us actually that, what he did first was second. So it says the father ran and embraced him and kissed him. And then I think he puts the cloak on him and puts the ring on his finger and, and kind of clothes him and goes through all of that and speaks to him and stuff. But the first thing he did was hug his kid. I'm just saying, hug your kids, man. We need it. Okay, we appreciate it. Question number 4. Lydia from Thyatira. She sold cloth. What color was the cloth that she sold, guys? It was purple. The cloth that she sold was purple. Okay, Lydia sold purple cloth. That is in Acts 16, verse 14. And last question for the night. Jude, the guy who wrote Jude, he had a brother. What was the name of his brother? His brother's name was James. Okay, and that is found in Jude 1. His brother's name was James. That is 5 questions for the Old Testament, 5 questions for the New Testament. Add up your score. Let me know how you did. I'm going to stay on for like another minute. I'm going to say, guys, look at us finishing at 25 bars, making good time. Okay, add up your score. I'd love to see how you did. And then we can also see who our winner for tonight is. Okay. Yeah. Sure, guys. Let me tell you something. Going through these finding questions or finding stories to ask questions from for Biblequiz is actually so much fun for me. Sometimes like they just come and sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, what question to ask? So yeah, it's one of those things. Oh guys, nobody was supposed to score. It's fine. Maybe you're, maybe it didn't go too well. All I know is I need to go learn my Bible. We all need to go learn our Bible, girl. All of us, don't worry. All of us need to go and learn our Bible. But I mean, could we get one, Yana? Just one. Okay, guys, if you're not going to press your scores, then I'm going to call it. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been so nice being with you guys again. I will see you. What is the date in 2 weeks? Let's see. So I won't see you next Monday. I'll see you on the 27th. I'll see you on the 27th of June. Okay, guys, have a good one. Thanks so much again for joining us. And yeah, that's it. Okay, let's end.